Rodrygo was born on January 9, 2001, in Osasco, São Paulo, Brazil. From a very young age, football was more than just a game to him. It was a dream that gave him hope for a brighter future. His father, Eric Batista, was also a footballer. So Rodrygo grew up surrounded by the sport. Watching his father play inspired him to believe that one day he could wear the jersey of one of the biggest clubs in the world. As a child, Rodrygo spent countless hours playing football in the streets and local fields. Like many Brazilian youngsters, he developed incredible ball control, quick feet, and a fearless style of dribbling. Even when facing older and stronger players, he never backed down. Every match became an opportunity to prove himself and improve his skills. When he was only 10 years old, Rodrygo joined the youth academy of Santos FC, one of Brazil's most famous clubs. Santos had already produced football legends such as Pelé and Neymar, and Rodrygo dreamed of following in their footsteps. Training at such a prestigious academy wasn't easy. The competition was intense, and every young player wanted to become the next superstar. Rodrygo knew that talent alone wouldn't be enough. He trained relentlessly, listened carefully to his coaches, and worked hard every single day. His technical ability quickly caught everyone's attention. Coaches admired his speed, creativity, intelligent movement, and confidence with the ball. He could play on either wing, beat defenders with ease, and finish chances calmly despite his young age. Soon, people inside the club began talking about him as one of Brazil's brightest young talents. As Rodrygo continued to shine in the youth teams, expectations grew higher. Fans started comparing him to Neymar because both had emerged from Santos with exceptional dribbling skills. Instead of feeling pressured, Rodrygo stayed humble and focused. He respected the comparisons but wanted to create his own legacy rather than live in someone else's shadow. By the age of 16, Rodrygo's performances had become impossible to ignore. Santos decided it was time to give him an opportunity with the first team. It was a huge moment for the teenager, who had spent years dreaming of wearing the famous white jersey, standing on the pitch before his professional debut. He knew this was only the beginning of an incredible journey. The young Brazilian was finally ready to show the world that he belonged among football's rising stars. Rodrygo's promotion to Santos first team marked the beginning of a remarkable chapter in his career. Although he was still a teenager, he played with the confidence of an experienced professional. His pace, close control, and ability to take on defenders thrilled the fans every time he stepped onto the pitch. It didn't take long for him to score his first senior goal, proving that he had the talent to compete at the highest level. As the months passed, Rodrygo became one of Santos' most exciting players. He delivered important goals, created chances for his teammates, and showed maturity beyond his years. Football experts across Brazil praised his intelligence on the field. They admired not only his dribbling skills but also his vision, calm finishing, and willingness to work hard for the team. Soon, top European clubs began following his progress closely. Among all the clubs interested in him, one name stood above the rest: Real Madrid. The Spanish giants had a reputation for signing the world's greatest talents, and they believed Rodrygo could become one of the club's future stars. In 2018, while he was still only 17 years old, Real Madrid reached an agreement with Santos to sign the young Brazilian. The transfer made headlines around the world and confirmed that Rodrygo was one of football's brightest prospects. However, the move didn't happen immediately. Rodrygo stayed with Santos for several more months before officially joining Real Madrid in 2019. During that time, he remained fully committed to his club, determined to leave Brazil on a high note. His professionalism impressed coaches, teammates, and supporters alike. When Rodrygo finally arrived in Spain, he faced a completely different challenge: the speed of European football, a new language, a different culture, and the enormous expectations of playing for Real Madrid. could have overwhelmed many young players. Instead, Rodrygo embraced the challenge with determination. He worked hard in training, learned from experienced teammates, and adapted to his new surroundings step by step. His breakthrough came quickly. In one unforgettable Champions League match, Rodrygo scored a stunning hat-trick, becoming one of the youngest players ever to achieve that feat in the competition. The performance announced his arrival on the biggest stage and earned him praise from football fans across the world. It was clear that Real Madrid had signed a special talent capable of delivering magical moments when the team needed him most. Rodrygo's biggest challenge began after he had already become a star. Wearing the famous white jersey of Real Madrid meant that every match brought enormous expectations. Fans expected goals, assists, and unforgettable performances every single week. When he played well, he was praised as one of the brightest young talents in football. But whenever his form dipped, criticism arrived just as quickly. Instead of letting the pressure break him, Rodrygo treated every difficult moment as another lesson. He understood that success in football is never a straight line. One of the qualities that made Rodrygo special was his ability to perform on the biggest stages. In the UEFA Champions League, he became known for scoring crucial goals when his team needed them the most. While many young players struggled under pressure, Rodrygo often looked calm and confident. His quick feet, intelligent movement, and clinical finishing earned him the trust of his teammates and coaches. Those unforgettable nights proved that he wasn't afraid of the world's biggest moments. At the international level, Rodrygo also became an important player for Brazil. Representing his country had always been one of his childhood dreams. Every time he wore the famous yellow jersey, he remembered the streets where he first learned to play football. Competing alongside some of the world's greatest players pushed him to improve even more, knowing that millions of Brazilian fans believed in him. Off the pitch, Rodrygo remained humble despite his fame. He often spoke about the sacrifices his family made to help him succeed. He never forgot where he came from and continued to inspire young footballers who dreamed of escaping difficult circumstances through hard work and determination. His story showed that talent alone is never enough. Discipline, patience, and a positive attitude are just as important. Rodrygo's journey is still being written. Every new season brings fresh challenges, tougher opponents, and bigger goals. Whether it's winning more league titles, lifting more Champions League trophies, or helping Brazil achieve international success, he continues to chase greatness with the same passion he had as a child. His life teaches an important lesson. Dreams don't become reality overnight. They require years of sacrifice, endless practice, and the courage to keep believing even when things become difficult. From the streets of Brazil to the biggest stadiums in the world, Rodrygo's journey proves that with determination, humility, and relentless effort, an ordinary dream can become an extraordinary legacy.